Hello, Cancer. Ashley here. We're going to do your reading for the end of April. So we're wrapping up the month, but we're specifically going to look at this eclipse that's happening in the sign of Taurus. It's a new moon eclipse, so there's the potential there for a lot of new beginnings in that particular Taurus area of your chart. But what with eclipses, we're dealing with the North Node in Taurus and the South Node in Scorpio. So there's also an area of life that you're releasing, right? So we're going to look at what's being released, what's coming in, and just the overall theme in general for you, Cancer, for this particular eclipse. It's happening on the 30th of April, and be sure to check out your other placements because this is kind of like a high level theme of what to expect. I don't feel like it's going to go into super deep detail, as it is a general reading and it's going to be a little bit different for everyone, right? But check out your other placements, see what you think. And remember that eclipses have an influence for 6 months or more. So this is really just a quick snapshot of what to expect. It's definitely not going to include everything that could come up for you. So keep that in mind. So let's see what's going on for Cancer. We have the Empress, the World, and the Universe card. So it's just talking about your overall growth as a as a spirit in a human body. We have the Two of Pentacles, the Chariot. So there you are, right at the center of your own reading, and the Knight of Cups. And then we have the Hermit, the Fool. Look at all these majors, Cancer. And the Five of Pentacles. So we'll kind of dive into each one of these, but we've got the, and then we'll clarify. We've got the Levitator as what you're sort of leaving behind and releasing. So what this is telling me is that you've really tried to take a step back, kind of take a higher view of things to get an understanding of what's been going on. So it's like you've risen above. You might be in a position where you've really taken the high road a lot of times, right? And we do have the Hermit here, so it does feel like you've spent a lot of time kind of soul searching here, really looking within, and at the same time it's allowed you some time for growth. With the Empress here, there's been a lot of evolution within you already. We are going to look at this Two of Pentacles, but what this is really saying, I just feel like you've really kind of stepped back and been working on yourself. Now what's coming in on this eclipse and what to expect, we have Truth in the reverse. So what this talks about is you being really focused on the truth, like finding out the facts and details. But what it does talk about is it kind of being more about your own personal truth, honoring yourself and what you've seen since you've had all this growth, right? So we have the Universe card, the Knight of Cups, and the Five of Pentacles. So your experience, your truth is going to be different than everyone else's perspective, right? And I do feel like that's something you've figured out as you've kind of taken a step back. Excuse me. Does look like, I mean, the World, the Chariot, the Fool. So it's like we go from ending out a cycle here and beginning a brand new one for you, Cancer. And we have the card Focus. So I do feel like you're really going to be focused on yourself. There's a lot of heightened intuition associated with this card. Your third eye is very much highlighted here. There's a lot of transformation that you've been through, and then you're going to take those skills forward into this new beginning. So we're going to clarify that in just a moment and see what's going on. Bottom of the deck, we have the Tower, Page of Wands, Knight of Swords, Six of Cups, Eight of Wands. So it does look like there could be some really kind of interesting communication coming in here. It could be dealing with a soulmate connection with that Six of Cups. Communication coming in that might cause some surprise, but more I'm feeling like movement. It's going to shake things up a bit and get things going in a certain direction. So we're going to clarify. First thing I want to look at is this first row, which is what you're releasing. So I do feel like you're going to kind of come out of hermit mode. You're going to come out of doing all of this work on yourself, and kind of get back out there again. So it's going to be less about this sort of hidden away personal energy, and I do feel like you're coming back out into the world here for this new beginning. So let's get some more. Why do we have the Empress? Could be dealing with a Taurus or Libra. This feels like your energy to me. We have the Hanged Man. Yeah, shift in perspectives here. Six of Pentacles. I also feel like you've kind of been, for some of you, you've kind of been sitting back waiting for someone to invest in you or a connection with you. Let's look at this Two of Pentacles. We've had the Eight of Swords. There's some indecision here, a lot of thinking going on, and the Ten of Cups. I do feel like you're probably dealing with a strong soulmate connection here. One that you might even have family with, kids with. I also feel like this is you kind of having been in this experience where things have kind of come to an end and you've done all this self-reflection, all this growth, and it's been really hard to decide or even see next steps, right? So you might have felt like you've been in kind of like this limbo for a period of time here where it might have felt like nothing was moving. Even like projects that you might have still been working on kind of while you were in this more secluded energy here. With the Hermit, we have the Ace of Wands and the Three of Cups. There's definitely been some reflection on, again, what's next? What's the next creative project? What's the next new beginning? And what do I really want? What's going to make me happy? This also is telling me that there's a potential here that's being considered for a reconciliation with a specific person. And I do feel like you've been kind of waiting to see if this person's going to kind of direct their energy towards you. And if that's the case, I do feel like this person's been pretty indecisive. Maybe really stuck in their head about it. Not sure if it's something that they want to do or don't want to do. Some of you have also kind of recently gotten back out into the dating pool here. So if you're not looking to reconcile with someone, I do feel like you've been trying to kind of pull yourself out of this hermitage that you've been in and kind of get out there and meet people, spend some time with friends, which I do feel like is something you've probably not been really involved in as of late. Now, granted, we just had this pandemic, and it's just starting to lighten up in a lot of places. And so a lot of people have been in this sort of retracted energy, kind of keeping on the home front, not spending as much time with friends or loved ones, that kind of thing. And so it looks to me like you've kind of tried to start getting back out there a little bit. Let's look at this, what's coming in. I do feel like you're going to find that there's going to be a bigger focus on what you truly desire here, what you really want. Your truth is going to take on a new importance compared to everyone else's opinions and their truths, if that makes sense. And I do feel like you're going to be spending a lot of time focusing on what you value here. I also feel like there's some work coming in here. So you might be kind of getting back out there and making finances a focus, kind of getting back to a more stable financial place. Let's see, with the universe, we have the Two of Pentacles, so there's some work showing up here. And again, we have that that Two of Pentacles here, this sort of indecisive energy, kind of feeling stuck, having an idea of what you see as your happiness, but maybe not being completely clear on it, right? So I do feel like that clarity is going to show up here. That's been something you've been struggling with. And we have the Four of Cups. Again, I feel like there's news coming in here. I'm going to get one more there. There's the Four of Cups. And the Hierophant. There's a lot of spiritual growth showing up here. Evolution. I almost feel like for some of you, if you have been dealing with someone that has been indecisive about reconnecting with you or offering up a higher form of commitment with you or a recommitment, it does look to me like it's almost been purposely delayed by higher forces outside of your control, even outside of your person's control. It does feel like there's been a lot of spiritual growth here that needed to happen. So it's like you were purposely put on this pause, in this hermit mode, and it feels like you're going to figure that out. Like there'll be actual things that crop up as a result of this eclipse that kind of show you why it happened the way it did, if that makes sense. Let's look at this Knight of Cups. We have the Devil. Could be dealing with some Capricorn. We've got some Taurus here. Virgo. And the Sun. Definitely some charming energy showing up here. But I also feel like there's some awareness showing up. When we get the Sun, there's this illumination. And again, I feel like there's going to be some evidence or some reasons or something uncovered here that shows you why things have been kind of held bound here with this Devil energy. Like there's been something trapped and stuck. I also want to say that you're going to gain some clarity here when it comes to like your romantic interests and where they've been and you know, what their experience has been. If you're dealing with someone that you have wanted to reconnect with, like some of their fears, I feel like are going to come to light here, and it's going to make some sense to you, but it's not necessarily going to be your experience. Like it's like you'll understand, but it won't be, like it's going to become clearer and clearer that your experience of things is very much your own, and the same goes for other people. Like you're going to become aware of that more clearly. What's this Five of Pentacles? We have the Magician. So again, we're focusing on, and the Death card. We're focusing on improving finances, improving, like kind of recovering, I feel like, from losses that you've experienced in the past. So if you've lost a job, you've lost a bunch of money, or you've been kind of in a state of feeling rejected by someone, I feel like that's coming to an end, and there's going to be a rebirth here. Oh, we have the King of Pentacles. So finances are definitely improving here. And again, with this Taurus energy, we've got it showing up here 3 different times. I do feel like stability is really coming in for you. Stability and commitment, if that's something you're seeking. And I also want to say that I feel like your values when it comes to stability, commitment, having enough to keep you comfortable, you're going to find that that differs a little bit from perhaps a partner here. And it's, I do feel like it's going to serve as like kind of a springboard in helping you come together on the same page on some things here. So I like that. Things are improving. There's additional growth that's going to happen here. But I believe it's going to be because of all this communication that we talked about coming in. All right, let's look at this overall theme. So we have an ending, a beginning, and you right here in the middle, kind of taking control and really exercising your own willpower and determination to get things done. Now, some of you, I have to say, with the Tower, the Eight of Wands at the bottom of the deck, and now the Chariot, the World, these are a lot of move energies, so you might actually physically be moving for something. With the World card, we have the Chariot. So it's victory over a past cycle. It's like, I really feel like this eclipse, this new moon eclipse, is going to bring in some brand new beginnings, and it's going to help you close out and completely walk away from things that I actually feel like there's been a lot of things that have ended some time ago, and you've just been sitting in this soup, this void, this limbo, right? Waiting for the next thing to start. I think those are coming in. And we have the Tower again. So a lot of moving cards. Could be some surprising endings here, but I feel like it's more just like a sudden forward rush in movement. Things finally taking off. With the Chariot, we have Judgment. Now you're calling the shots on some things here. And the Strength card. There's like this lovely energy of balancing intense control with soft control. It's like you are really kind of stepping into power here. And it's like you're able to determine when to really apply pressure and when to kind of sit back. So I really like that. It's like you're kind of learning when to hit the gas and when to coast at just the right times. I also feel like there could be a Leo, or maybe even another Cancer, perhaps a Scorpio coming back from the past. With the Fool, we have the Empress again. So lovely, prosperous new beginning here. And I feel like it's directly related to all the growth you've had. Oh, wow. And the Wheel of Fortune. So it's divinely timed as well. I really like that. I'm also noticing that this focus card is a number 14. So reduce, that's a 5. So you can see there's a lot of change happening, kind of all in one big fell swoop. It might actually happen quite quickly and feel a little bit overwhelming here. But I also feel like there's excitement here. It's something you've been waiting for so long. It finally shows up, and I feel like you're going to have the energy to be able to handle it. And I feel like that's part of where this knowing when to apply the gas and when to coast is really coming in for you. It feels like you've learned a lot about really paying attention to your own needs. So like when you have like a really high energy day, I feel like you've been taking advantage of that. And then when you have a less, you know, when you have kind of one of those days where you just need a little bit more rest, you are doing that as well. So I really like how you're kind of in the flow with your own cycles here, if that makes sense. And could have a lot to do with the moon itself, Cancer, because you are ruled by the moon. So I like that. And then we're seeing the Ace of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. So definitely new opportunities coming in here. I really like this for finances. I really like this for your own spiritual growth. I also want to say that just that overall what stands out is just your own personal power here. You're really taking control and just manifesting and making things happen. And a very much, it's like you're getting your hands dirty. Whereas like in this release position, what you're letting go of, you were kind of stepped back, right? Maybe even like forced into that limbo kind of outside perspective sort of position. Here I feel like you're kind of getting right down in it and making things happen. So I like this a lot. I hope that was helpful, Cancer, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye.